Okay, so this is part 2. I had to do some things, so I got kind of cut off. So I landed on Kings. 2 Kings, 5:4. So the thing that pops out right away is when Elijah came to the house, he saw a child lying dead on his bed. So he went in and shut the door behind the two of them and prayed to the Lord. Then he went up and lay on the child, putting his mouth to his mouth on his eyes, his hands on his hands, and he stretched himself upon the child and became warm. Then he got up again and walked to the back door in the house and went up and stretched himself upon him. The child sneezed 7 times, completion, and the child opened his eyes. Then he summoned Gehazi and said, "Call the Shunammite." So he called her, and she went to him. He said, "Pick up your son." And she went to his feet, bowing to the ground, and then she picked up her son and went out. So that has a lot to do with faith and the works that even happen today. People could say there's no miracles, but there truthfully is. It has to do with, she's not dead, she's just sleeping. Or in her next life. So right there it states reincarnation. And it also states that the law of thermodynamics, nothing is created nor destroyed. Energy, our soul or our spirit, always lives. Even when our body is dead, we are always living. In this realm or a different dimension, heaven, hell, what it may be. And I think it's really hard for people to have belief these days because, okay, ignore the pain on the head. Okay, try. Because they don't see a lot of miracles, but if you really are awake, you'll see God talking to you in miracles all day. From the time when he brings certain people, to what you hear, to what you see, to the opportunities you get, it's all day. But they're looking for a big miracle, like somebody like being raised from the ground, or being raised from the grave, or their coffin. And honestly, that happens all the time. If you need proof, go on YouTube. There's a lot of people like Paul brought back from the dead. He was a diehard Buddhist. And God had him dead in the coffin where he was stinking and smelling, and it was just this thick of liquids. And he went to heaven, he went to hell. And he came back right when they were about to put him in the fire. He came back from the dead. And since then, he's been the most dedicated Christian, led so many to God. And it's just a gorgeous story. Gorgeous. There's evidence of people that they've stated that they were dead for 2 hours, 2 minutes, and all of a sudden they wake up out of their body bag. Things that even doctors question science. They're like, how is that even possible? After a couple of minutes, your brain is dead, you're dead. It's like no reviving that. And it's put a lot of people to believe in God because they can't believe in science and they can't comprehend that. And that's where faith is, where you can't see it. You can't sometimes understand it, but you know it's the truth. And I think that's what this generation has a lot of trouble with because they're more like, we will only believe it if we see it. They don't know that it's like the winds. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Same thing with God. You can feel the love, the energy. You can understand the discernment and wisdom. It's not something that's written in a book. I mean, it is. But you'll never really understand what blueberries mean in a ritual. It will show you how this game really works. In a way that you're like, how am I even understanding this? Like, what? You'll even be able to get to the point where you are able to read minds. They will say what they really mean in a story. It's crazy how deep it gets, where you could be a mind reader. Sometimes, at least with me, my hands used to get really hot and I was able to heal. You're able to do so many things. You really truthfully are. And never give up. And even like with me where I prayed 24/7 and was trying to get my dad saved, I was kind of almost mad at God, like, why did you let him go? I prayed. Sometimes it had to be that way and I can't question God. It's perfect, right? He already repented. Who knows if he would have gone back to like meth or drinking and then went away from God, then he would have died and not been saved. Maybe his mission was done. Maybe it was to make me stronger. Maybe it was all the above. Who knows? But I know he's rocking his guitar and he's in heaven and he's happy. And that's what matters. I'm so glad he went to God at the end. Praise God. So it's very important to have belief. And don't think only Jesus could do it. God gave us the power as well. As a disciple, you have fruits of the Spirit, but you also have immaculate gifts. Whether it be healing, whether it be tongues. There's so many gifts that he has bestowed upon you. But you have to have him give that to you. I would recommend talking to a pastor, praying all the time, reading all the time, and just seeing what your gift is. Is it preaching? Is it prophesying? Um, it's there's so many gifts that I think people don't even know they have because they don't even realize that it's still possible. Like this is like back in the day thing. It really isn't. It really truthfully isn't, and it's gorgeous. And I really pray people would take advantage of these gifts that God has bestowed upon us and be able to use them because they do work. You might not automatically be able to raise somebody from the dead, but you could definitely raise them from hell with prayer and love and time and dedication. I've seen a lot of miracles in my day. I've seen demons face to face with chainsaws. I've seen orbs. I've seen heaven open up. He might even give you miracles and visions. But that's rare. But he might. Don't bank on it though. But just realize you yourself are a miracle. For you to be born and breathing is a miracle. So just keep that in mind. Let me see. I don't want to make these too long. And I don't want to go back to Esther. Okay, God. But if I'm going to go back to Esther, let's go back to Esther. Psalms. Oh, I love Psalms. Okay, that pops out. So he sent me from on high. He took me and drew me out of many waters. He rescued me from my strong enemy and from those who hated me, those who were too mighty for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity. But the Lord was my support. He brought me out into a broad place. He rescued me because his delight was in me. Whew, have I dealt with this so much? Where I'm basically, and I'm sure you have too, where you're just chill. It hurts. Okay. Where you're just chased by your enemies and you're pursued, but God always comes through. He always gives you a door out. I'm not saying the gang stalking and the witches and warlocks and the magic is going to stop. The harder you go for God, the more it's going to come. But it'll always keep your spirit in your heart. And don't give up hope. Continue to pray, continue to read, continue to get close to God. They want you to give up. They want it to get so hard. They like to attack the heart, specifically. But He'll be your support in the day of your calamity, in the day of your chaos, in the day of your pain, which they cause. I would not look at anybody else to rescue. You can't depend on anybody else. Just Jesus. He will support you and from those who hated you and get you out on a broad place and, drew you out of many waters. Kind of like you're drowning sometimes in life where you feel like you just can't breathe. You can't get out of the situation you're in and it's hard. I do understand that. Believe me. And I know sometimes when you pray and not eat and read, it just seems like nothing is changing. But believe me, God has a plan. He has a way. Sometimes He's teaching you patience. Sometimes He's getting it ready while you wait. And it's always important while you wait to just prepare a plan. Don't just wait. Work on yourself. Get closer to God. Do the work. He's not going to do it all for you. Like if you want a job, don't just be like, okay, God, where's my job? You have to, of course, make your resume. You have to, of course, go do applications online or go and you have to check and call them continually. And you can't give up. And then God will open up that door to the right job if you pray about it. And you're doing right in your life. Or else you get a job that's just going to destroy your life. And that you're going to hate. But there are always going to be enemies, especially out of the heart. There'll always be. But always support. You're always supported by God. If you love Him with all your soul, all your heart, all your mind, all your spirit, at least try your best. That's the thing about God. He just wants you to try. That's it. He is there for the brokenhearted and the ones who are broken in spirit. That is His delight to be there. It's not like He just watches us and is like, ha ha, you're in pain. That's not how it is at all. Alright, next. Oh, I like Jeremiah. Let's see. This one, okay. Zion shall be plowed as a field. Jerusalem shall become a heap of ruins, and the mountains of the house of a woodland height. Did Hezekiah, king of Judah, and all of Judah put him to death? Do not be scared. did he not be scared of the Lord and entreat the favor of the Lord? And did not the Lord relent of the disaster that he had pronounced against them? But we are about to bring great disaster upon ourselves. He will always relent the disaster. If you go to the Lord and entreat him, you have to favor the Lord. Yeah, I remember this one. So, like, you can't go against God and expect him not to go against you. You can't. You can live your life and watch Netflix all day, okay, but once you start going against God and his kids specifically, he's going to have an answer for you. And in a lot of this, you see a lot of the people that are going against God and making idols, doing magic, that he will not hesitate to destroy in a second. We are little game characters to him. We're like toys. He doesn't care. What does he need us for? You don't know how many votes I've had where they're like, they just hear a thought, to hell, whatever. Like, they're ice cold. They won't even try to help you. Like, you guys better watch out. This isn't a game. Keep your mind and your thoughts clean, number one. Don't break the script. Don't think you could go against Antichrist, Jezebel, Lilith yourself. Just pray for your enemies. Stay out of the way. Don't be crazy like me and go preach to the nations like I did. You will be attacked. You will be shamed. Just be the best you can. Okay, I want these to be like 10 minutes. Alright.